I investigated girl boss Shelby Sap's $10 million plus lawsuit. This is by Spencer Cornelia, and this is Alex, the TRT demon's girlfriend? That's a deep cut for the shitness industry heads watching this clip.
This influencer named Shelby Sap was just sued by her former business partner. I wasn't aware of this story until someone commented on a recent video. Yo, Spencer, you need to do a video on Shelby Sap. She's a remote saleswoman selling a D2D sales course, taking advantage of women. Worth taking a look at, my man. She's not a good person. I did a quick search for Shelby Sap and found her Instagram, where she's a pretty big influencer. She also has over 466,000 followers on TikTok, charging $3,000 a course, and she's being...
This is known as high-ticket sales. Real ones gotta tap in. You're not selling a course, Anon? What are you, fucking stupid? Dude, think about the value that she's providing. It's not a scam. If it's an information product, and you actually get real value out of it.
Sued by her former business partner. She also stole her business name from a woman named Brooke Triplett, who started She Sells. When confronted, she blocked her. I think she's worth looking into.
Yeah, I'm just going to say the story. So there's two She Sells, as I'm sure you've all seen. There's She Sells with Brooke, and there's She Sells Academy.
Sally sells seashells down by the seashore.
I found the video of Brooke talking about this. And
Sally sells seashells down by the seashore.
And I found the complaint filed by her former business partner. I love talking about influencer lawsuits, especially cases like this one that involve business disputes, and especially influencers who are accused of scamming. Shelby is an influential creator in the...
It's literally not a scam. We went over this. It's an information product, a course have you packed with value.
Sales space, so I decided to investigate this lawsuit, and let's see what I found. The complaint was filed by a guy named Georgie Stoitsev against Shelby Haas Sap and She Sells Academy LLC. Let's first examine the claims that she stole her business name from another woman.
She launched it. She was putting up posters on the wall that was like, She Sells, She Sells, She Sells, everywhere, just She Sells. And I'm like, that's my name, that's my font. Like,
that's
she
yours.
did
Yeah.
the same brand.
Damn. Here's a book, ready? That normies love. I had to read it to be put on game. Steal Like an Artist. Austin Kleon. Kleon talks about this. Kleon speaks of this.
Shoot as me, like to a T. She had a little old phone like I had used too.
Oh, so when people steal my thumbnails, video ideas, and topics, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. We're living in a slop economy. Either you're fucking or you're getting fucked.
Her name is Brooke Triplett and appears to have a very similar business as Shelby. Both seem to be focused on creating high-ticket closers, specifically women.
When it was, so the ABN for She Sells with Brooke was registered in January when we're all together.
I looked up She Sells in Arizona, as that's where Shelby is from, and found this. This is Shelby Haas, which I'm assuming is the correct Shelby based on her name in the complaint. She created She Sells in April 2023. Because she filed her business name 9 months before Brooke did, and these two didn't have any communication, I think it's safe to say Shelby didn't at least steal the name.
Well, I just messaged, was saying, hey.
Damn, she incorporated first.
It looks as though my whole brand has been copied, and like my logo, like this must be a mistake. I just wanted to like message.
Clarify.
Yeah.
You know what the problem is? Nobody actually cares. Who gives a flying fuck? No one.
Right?
Yeah. And I have those receipts too. And her assistant messaged me back, was like, oh, hey, like I'll bring this to her attention.
Oh, okay. So you got someone to respond to you back.
Yeah.
So they definitely saw you, tried to reach out and clarify.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a response like,
Okay.
oh, hey, like I'll bring this up. Like,
Interesting.
and then I was blocked.
I see no issue with being influenced by someone's branding or messaging, but you can't do it with someone with the exact same business name in the same industry targeting the same audience.
I came across a girl the other day and she messaged me and she's like, did you copy her or did she copy you? And she was like, oh my God, she did the same thing to me.
Assuming that's true, it would align with what's being alleged in the complaint.
Real question, how does it feel to be the equivalent of heroin but on YouTube? Yo, I got my haters hooked on me like Fent. It's true. Everyone hating is still commenting. That's crazy.
says to you, I just need to sleep on it.
I'm gonna call out a lot of you right now. Some of you are probably habit stacking as we speak. Oh, Philion really changed, but I still like to listen to him while I fold laundry or do the dishes or walk my dog. I still have him on my second monitor. I still listen to him while I work. I'm in your head, buddy, and I'm never leaving.
You literally said, I mean, I don't know about you, but I get some of the best sleep when I just make a decision.
This case is dealing with theft between business partners, which is almost as bad as identity theft. I want you to be protected, which is why I partner with Aura.
Oh my God, there's no aura in this.
And always doing the hard work of keeping me safe. Aura wants Aura a large first year influencer in the sales training space, 14-day free trial. How amazing is that? Shelby Sap has become a large influencer in the sales training space. Let's evaluate her backstory.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you went out your first year in Minnesota, and how did that go for you?
It went really well. I was the only girl, and I was the top rep for all first year sales reps.
Wow.
Shelby got her start in door-to-door sales during the
Why is it fine for Iman Gadzi to do this, but Shelby Sap? Oh no! It's because she's a girl. It's true. It's a man's world.
summer months in between semesters while attending Arizona State University.
And how much money did you make that rookie season? What did you bring home?
$68K.
That's a lot for the summer. As communicated to me, she is legitimately good at sales.
So you got your master's, and then how many years have you been selling?
This will be my 4th summer.
And what was your best summer up to this point?
Trent Wood.
It was this one. I did $375K personally.
Let's go. Is that revenue or?
Revenue, yeah.
Cool. And then commissions take home?
Take home, I made $300K because I was at 55.
I hate all this jargon. What was net profit? What was gross rev looking like? Talk to me about the commish. Shut up.
5% bonuses, and then also my team did $2 million.
Love
That's an insane amount of margin right there.
that. So how many representative or salespeople do you have on your team?
Right now, 42.
Credit where it's due, she seemed to be a rock star door-to-door sales rep. There's videos on her TikTok of her speaking to a crowd of sales reps. And her first video posted on her TikTok was taken before she became a
Dude, she's literally Andy Elliott.
sales influencer.
Y'all thought the Easter Bunny was clever? Bet you haven't heard of the 3 Easter eggs that I like to lay in my client sales call.
To give you an idea of how quickly influencers can
Second of all, those are just fucking rookie numbers. Like, what are you, poor?
scale an offer, Shelby has only been a sales trainer guru for a year.
So I have a whole team.
So that's a insult to the entire industry. That's a tattle on how the status quo is retarded. This girl just shows up and starts, just spawns out of nowhere and starts printing money. Holy shit, a fool and their money are easily parted.
I have a team of 22, and they handle a lot of like the back end emails, a lot of the sequences and the stuff that, I am not an expert on.
Making $100,000 in sales jobs is possible, but making millions per year teaching others how to be good at sales is how you get to a team of 22. On May 13, 2024, George and Shelby created Girl Sales Boss LLC, known as GSB, to provide personal and professional development to place women in high-ticket remote sales roles. This career path has grown in popularity since COVID, since there's so many remote offers and sales funnels and a need for sales.
Team of 22 working the back end is crazy. I got a team of 22 working my back end, you know what I mean?
Reps to close leads virtually. George claims to have been involved in setting up this business and all of its operations. Whenever you guys see an influencer promoting a new product, brand, or offer, almost always there's a team handling the back end. It's why people like the Kardashians, Logan Paul and KSI with Prime, the Nelk Boys with Happy Dad, Mr. Beast with Feastables, feel like they're never working on the product. Kardashians are a great example as they never appear to be doing any.
You mean Jimmy is not the real life Willy Wonka? You mean Logan Paul isn't in the lab cooking up the premium hydration formula known as Prime?
Form of traditional work, which is correct. The team of people behind them are doing all of the work. I covered a lawsuit.
She got the whole team operation offshored to India. Shout out to my boy Patel. Dude, unironically, I remember reading, I'm pretty sure it was 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss when I was like 13. And in like the epilogue, he talks about virtual assistants and just hiring Indians for like $3 a day.
A few years back with Catherine McBroom and how she just needed to post on her social media and an experienced team would handle all of the operational work. A couple posts on her social media for around $60,000 a month income. The partnership between George and Shelby was clear. Shelby handled the marketing through her Instagram and TikTok, and George handled the back end. In the first 3 months, they onboarded 100
Ferris talks about this.
women into the training program. This appeared
AI equals actually Indians.
to be an immediately
Dude, if I just hire enough Indians, I can become a millionaire.
successful partnership. In the middle of this time period, Shelby and George had a call with Blake Roca and Alex Blay. Blake Roca is an influencer himself with the
Who the fuck is this guy?
brand Mr. 4 to 8 in the Airbnb space. George claims that Shelby and Blake formed a competing business to GSB without his consent. This operating agreement, created 1 whole month after GSB's formation, serves as clear evidence of defendant's premeditated intent to defraud plaintiff and
This is like Zoomer Succession. Like, what the fuck? What are we talking about here? A bunch of 19-year-olds dealing with cutthroat business competition?
appropriate GSB's business model. On August 18, 2024, George alleges that Shelby called him to tell him that she wanted to take everything in-house and was ending the partnership. Shelby made posts like this one stating she's been taken advantage of in the business world the last couple months. Just 30 hours later, Shelby launched her competing business called She Sells Remote. I found She Sells Academy LLC on the Florida Business Search Registry. Blake Roca and Shelby Haas are both listed as co-owners. The first webinar for She Sells Remote was attended by approximately 30,000 people in
I need to be selling a course now.
Introduce She Sells placement software.
They're in some form of high ticket sales. So listen, they're taking warm lead sales calls from their apartment, closing deals, making money, and then they can make their own schedule, and that's how they're walking around going to Pilates and getting mocked all the time.
The webinar generated upwards of $1 million in sales. George is alleging in the complaint that he's entitled to 50% of the revenue generated from her sales job placement business, not from her sales training.
That's where the placement portal came in is, trained sales reps want positions and really qualified companies are looking at me saying,
Chat, what course would I sell? Problem is, I'm so talented. Everything I touch turns to gold. I'm like an oil refinery. I find slop, I turn it into fuel. Chad, if I make like 10 different courses, one of them has to pop off, right? One of them has to bang.
saying, hey, we want to hire you to work for us and also copies of you. And I'm like, great, well, I have this whole community. So She Sells Academy, placement portal, kind of go hand in hand. Great.
Her business model on paper is great. Charge a few $1,000s to teach people sales and then place them in remote sales jobs with companies who probably send her a referral fee, kind of like a recruiter. This was probably her marketing material for companies to hire GSP sales reps. She claims the companies could double their revenue by hiring one of her students. I heard her say in an interview that companies typically only hire men for sales jobs, so by hiring women, by default, they double their revenue, is her logic. There's just a few flaws with that reasoning, but we'll continue. Shelby posted an IG story claiming GSP Placement Agency will be the next $1 million company connecting hundreds of women to quality sales offers. These remote sales jobs are legitimate and high ups.
I need to hire one of her students and double my revenue.
Side, but there's a big catch.
I need a 21-year-old fake blonde intern that gives me coffee.
Shelby probably does place many of her women in high-ticket sales roles like she promises. Despite some Reddit posts calling her a scammer, I haven't seen anything indicating she isn't delivering what is advertised. However, the big catch is that there are only so many remote sales jobs for high-ticket offers. Shelby clearly attracts a lot of people into her programs. Her Instagram posts today are of students claiming they found closer roles after taking her program. This is a good example. Sophia landed a role with 15% commission for a fitness offer with a price point of $1,500 to $4,000, meaning each sale will generate around $225 to $600 in commission. Most of these high-income opportunities influencers promote will follow a normal distribution curve, meaning some will make a lot of money, while most will just be switching into a new job around the median income.
That's right. I should sell a course on how to wash yourself properly with the best soap on the market. Use cheeky.com/Philion for 10% off. I'm selling to you. This is a VSL, a video sales letter.
Income, and some unfortunately won't experience any success. Looking through her material, I don't see anywhere she states income guarantees or outcome guarantees for the girls signing up for her programs. If she doesn't make any false guarantees or utilize unethical marketing, then I have a hard time calling her a scammer or her program a scam. If you do follow her and want to...
That's it. I can sell courses if I just don't guarantee results. Holy shit.
Live the lifestyle she promotes, then understand that she is an outlier. Remote sales is great if you find someone generating a lot of qualified leads, they're credible, their marketing will work for more than a year, and they have a super high ticket offer, so your commission will be high. But there's only so many of those out there. The thousands of students flooding the market at one time means there's only a select few that can actually land.
You're not depressed, you're just not traveling the world working from your laptop in a bikini. You're not depressed, you're just poor.
And lucrative roles. And please always remember this, once social media influencers are promoting a new career opportunity or new investment opportunity, you're at the back end of the curve. The supply will meet the demand very soon and the market essentially becomes efficient. Even Shelby herself never actually made money from remote high-ticket sales.
I can't believe how stupid yet based Gen Z people are. Course selling has been around for over a decade now, and they're still falling for it.
She made money and
In fact, it's like encouraged.
door-to-door sales. Adjacent industries, sure, but there are plenty of differences. Shelby has since filed a motion to dismiss. Haas tried to work with Plaintiff for approximately 3 months to develop GSB's business model. Plaintiff originated no clients, provided no functional job placement software, and failed to establish any meaningful business operations. In the original complaint, George included an email sent from Shelby to the email list of GSB. I'm assuming that because of the language she used. From Shelby, I want to clarify that She Sells Remote is entirely separate from Girl Sales Boss, which has no connection to our online education offerings. George told me that Shelby basically dropped him right before the big sales offering and started partnering with Blake. I contacted Shelby but was unable to receive any clarification. The original complaint includes the operating agreement, which appears to not be signed by either party. Shelby's motion to dismiss alleges that they never actually had a business partnership. But she sent an email saying, I am dissolving my ownership with Girl Sales Boss and my previous business partner fully and immediately. You will all be grandfathered into She Sells Remote. She also mentions creating software for She Sells placement portal that sounds exactly like GSB's. Business disputes like this one are fun because you never know which side is telling the full truth and who...
I believe Shelby. Shelby's telling her truth. She's a girl boss. We're just living in a world full of NPCs. Marin speaks of this, that's right.